most of it has to do with the fact that the alleged victims in the present proceeding are minors and have a car. Our deputy helped us out, and we have additional information. So what I'm going to do is issue the order. It's not to have personal, electronic, telephonic, or written contact through a third party, or come within 100 yards of the individuals. Deputy in the organization is not to disseminate any information or the names of the protected parties to the media or to any member of the public. And then that will go into the remarks section of the CLETS, which is the way they would have the sheriff's deputies, individual sheriff's deputies would have notice of who the order is for. Right now, the defendant has a presumption of innocence, and people have to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. On the restraining order, though, and for the purposes of bail, I'm to assume that the defendant engaged in the conduct for the mere purpose of setting bail, but also the defendant needs to know who the individuals are.
I've given those names to Ms. Lee, and she has conveyed them to the defendant already.
Is that correct?
I am on a receipt of Jane Doe 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've reviewed those with him, and he is aware that he is to have no contact. I will keep those names with my file private.
Okay, my decision regarding the minors. Okay?
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. That should do it. Thank you, folks. Okay, let's get sentencing. And then we get to
Campbell, Carlos, Campbell.
Your deputy district attorney.
Yes.
What can you tell us about the charges?
I can tell you the charges, and that's about it. It's 4 charges of Penal Code Section 288.2, which is distributing harmful matter to a minor, and 1 count of cruelty to an animal.
And that's 4 victims then?
It's 4 counts. I can confirm that.
And 4 restraining orders were issued today, though.
The judge did issue an order protecting 4 different people.
Are they all minors?
They are.
So we have 5 felony counts then?
Yes.
5 felony counts. What is his exposure on this?
As charged right now, it's 5 years, 8 months.
And is it shipping materials, or
I can't comment on any of the facts. They weren't presented in court, so they're not public record at this point.
and was it his bail raised today from what to what?
It was raised from $25,000 to $250,000.
Were there additional charges added today?
The charges on the complaint are more than what he was booked in on.
And why did you argue for $250,000 bail?
Again, the reasons were not mentioned in court because of the defense submitted on it, so I can't comment on the reasons at this point.
And so the 4 Jane Does or whatnot, these are 4 separate people, all minors.
Correct.
And do they? Can you say anything more about the connection between them?
No. They have an absolute privacy right. They are minors, so we're protecting every bit of their privacy rights at this point.
Can you confirm that the restraining orders are directly connected to the charges?
Yes, the penal code that they were issued under connects the order to the case, to the charges.
It's not a prior case or anything?
Correct.
Are the restraining orders, can you say, are they out of state, the people who they're protecting? Or?
No, I can't comment on where they're located.
Why can't you tell us whether there are 4 alleged victims? I know you said there's 5 felony counts, but 4 felony counts against people. Are there 4 alleged victims?
The 4 counts are associated with 4 different, I guess, individuals. If you want to call them victims, then 4 different individuals.
And what can you tell us? I mean, there's no privacy with regard to, I don't think, with regard to the cruelty to animals. What can you tell us with regard to that charge?
Again, the facts, it's not privacy, it's just that it's not public record yet. They weren't mentioned in court, so I can't comment on them at this time.
When was he released prior? He was sent to jail for 3 years and then to a state hospital.
I can't comment on his prior record either.
Can you say anything about time frame between the 4 individuals, how spaced out it was?
No. Again, it's the facts of the case that have not been public record, so I can't comment on it.
What about the scope of the investigation? Is it basically over, or could there be potentially other Jane Does out there that you're looking at?
There is further investigation going on. I can't comment on what it is, but there is still further investigation.
Should we in the media be asking people if anybody has any information, if they could be an alleged victim, we should contact the police? Or?
You might want to contact the investigator. I know they're maybe doing that themselves, but if you contact the investigating agency, they may be able to guide you in a better direction.
Are all four related to the internet crimes? I mean, task force. I mean, which are they involved in this case?
This case that I have right now is all investigated by the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force.
And can you tell us at all how it came to light?
No, I cannot comment on that right now.
Can you characterize the seriousness of this case? Is this a serious case?
I believe it is a serious case. It is 4 felony charges. He's looking at substantial prison time, so I would characterize it as a serious case.
Was there a reason he was brought out in person instead of on video for the second part?
No, no real reason. I think it was just logistical.
4 or 5 felony counts?
5.
5. Quick question on the whole protective order. How do they usually do it? I mean, usually there's obvious, sometimes there are minors who are involved, and so we don't release their names. So what was different about this case versus another case?
The nature of the victims using a first name and last initial would, I think, jeopardize their privacy rights in this case.
And just, can we say he was booked on initially 1 count, now it's been increased to 5 counts? Is that fair?
Yes.
So usually when you have a protective order, first name and last initial, the cops still have to be informed as to how to protect the person, right? So, I mean, it's still the same logistics.
Right, but in normal cases, it may not jeopardize a privacy right by giving a first name and last initial. In this case, it does.
Because?
Because of the nature of who they are.
So so you
I
say
can't comment on
yeah.
more than that.
But we did a good job. Thank you very much.
We tried.
You know, yeah, we did.